Welcome to this series where we're playing the 1.10 update for Empyrion Galactic Survival, and we're started on my capital vessel and we're back at the section 32. And what I want to do in this part is move the main mission on a little bit, but before that I just want to talk about a couple of things. Well, first thing is an update of where we are, because of course in the last part we were out over here on, where is it, the asteroid field there, to work on the mission. After the end of the video, what I did is I spent a little bit of time on out in the asteroid field. I come into here, main storage. I picked up a lot more promethium from an asteroid. I also mined out a water asteroid, so we've now got a nice supply of water. And what I'm currently working on at the moment is producing piles and piles of carbon substrate for the mission here, the Perseus carrier. You can see we need 6,000 carbon substrate, and there's no way we're going to get that from looting, so we might as well just make it, because we just make it from crushed stone. We still need well, not that much more steel plates, but the big one is Saphian ingots. And there's only two ways we're going to get Saphian ingots. That's to find a POI with combat blocks in and loot them down, or either that or find a planet with Saphium on it. So that is the current situation. As I say, what I'd like to do is keep moving forward with the main mission, because I've got two things I want to do in this series. That is complete the main mission and build the carrier, because I feel that with what's coming up, that eventually we're going to have to move over to a new series. And I know I've been talking about this for the last couple of parts, and I'd like to say a big thank you to Pagan Savage, who's given me a bit more insight into the new Reforged Eden update. It seems they've rebalanced the weapons so that they're not quite as powerful, so that's going to increase the level of challenge. And I actually quite like that, because one thing I like about Empyrion is that, and even the base game here, you've got to have the right weapon for the right job now. I think the days when you could just blast your way through with one epic, well, the epic shotgun or one weapon is effectively come to an end. And I think that is also quite a good segue into well, Starfield. And what I've actually did is, like Pagan, I watched some of Spange's live stream, and I have to admit, I've got very mixed feelings about Starfield. I like it as an RPG, but it doesn't do anything for me from the point of view of a space-based game like Imperium or No Man's Sky. And the reason is that all the cutscenes. I mean, you can't fly into the atmosphere and land on a planet. You've got to go there, and also the fast travel when moving around. And to me, that from a space-based perspective, that breaks the immersion. So what I'm prepared to go as far as saying that Starfield is not going to fulfill my needs for playing a space-based game. Going forward, I'm going to stick with Imperium. No Man's Sky has brought out an expedition, so if any of you want to see some No Man's Sky, I will be doing that new expedition once I've got the laptop set up, because I can't run it on my PC at the moment. I just can't work out why No Man's Sky won't run on my PC, despite the fact that this doesn't seem to be anything wrong. So that is the current situation. If you want to see any Starfield, I'm not going to do any on the channel for a little while, because at the moment there's so many people doing it. Plus, I think I need to get through this current phase of releases and updates. So eventually I will do Starfield, but I'll be playing it from an RPG perspective, not a space game perspective, which I think it really is, to be honest. I mean, in fact, I'd go as far as saying it's effectively Oblivion. I won't say Skyrim, because what I've seen so far is it doesn't give me a Skyrim vibe. It's got well, what little I've seen makes me feel more like it's Oblivion in space. And I must admit, I did really enjoyed playing Oblivion. So I will be doing Starfield, but not in the immediate future. Anyway, we need to go up and talk to Mr. Smiley Face up here. Which room is it? So just going to come in here. Hello, my dear friend. IDA, I've already sent over the information that's recently found about the Talon Xerox assembly and the Wall of Silence, things are starting to make sense, although the information is extremely fragmented. Our analysis will soon need some time to put things into the correct context and the big picture. Definitely shake up this sector and then the galaxy. For now, please fly to Sigma Beta asteroid in the Sigma Zero system. Time to meet in person. Well, that's just shot my plans pieces with respect to this video. Because Sigma Zero, if I remember correctly, let's just get out of here. What did we get as a reward? We got a seed of credibility, some small optronics, which is large optronics, and we got a biker poster. Okay. Yep. Yeah, I don't think I'm quite ready yet to leave this system because if I remember correctly, Sigma Gamma is. Let's just do it now. We need to go to Galaxy map. Let's see if we can find it. We're on Alien G2. Well, I'll zoom out a bit. Oh, it's not even close, is it? So we're after Sigma Zero. There we are. Got that. Okay, so Elion's down there. Sigma Zero's there. It's 44 light years away. But I'm not quite ready yet to leave the system. Oh, I've just seen the Uabayan moon. I did pay that a visit because I thought maybe it would have Saphium on it, but there isn't much on it actually. It's just, I mean, there's some Pentaxid and some other resources. There's no POIs because what I'm kind of half looking for is a POI that I can, how can you say, actually let's do something else before we leave. Yeah, I'm looking for a POI with combat blocks in so that we can work on the carrier here, because you can see we need piles and piles of Saphium. I think what we will do is just put the poster up as well while we're at it. Turn off the shields. What I've been doing is putting the posters along here. But we'll put this one up here. Must be, I do like these posters. Put the shields back on. Must admit, I mean, the artwork on these posters is really great. I have wondered occasionally whether there is actually real posters of this, because I wouldn't mind collecting them in real life actually, because the artwork is very good actually. Anyway, so what we're going to do in this part, I think what I'm going to do is, I know there's a crashed ship on Masperon. Okay, it says we've got station services here. Right, let me just see. I think we're going to fill up that. I'll be lazy to fill up the fuel. We've got 5,000 rounds. I think we're by 1,000 rounds of both. And then we're next to 6,000 of that. Just in case we get into trouble. I mean, I've got the money. I had 156,000, so it's not like we're going to run there. Repair template, available, get costs. Repair area blocked. Okay. So we're just going to put the thrusters back on. Now, actually thinking about where we're going to go, Masperon. I think we'll go back to Masperon because I need samarium thought. And I also had a very interesting comment from Snafu, who pointed out the fact that I was collecting lots of meat, and I think that is a consequence of the fact that we've now got when you loot creatures, you get these what we call it. Can't find it. Where is it? Miscellaneous. I think it's in. You get these bonuses come in here, the chitin fragments and stuff like that. And I know I'm being a bit lazy to actually picking that up, but he did raise quite a relevant point. And this is one thing I like about you guys. When you post comments, you draw my attention to things that I kind of subconsciously think about, but I don't think about seriously. And one thing I have actually noticed is the fact that in this playthrough, I've gone through a lot of medication, and I know I've been making some of it off camera, but the big one is bandages. And I've kind of been thinking about that, and I do wonder whether that is the result of the fact that they've adjusted the levels of the personal gear. Where is it? They've readjusted the levels of the hits with creatures, because we've bought. I mean, even the scorpions and the horrors now, they've got fair old clout, and that means I've gone through a fair amount of bandages. And I say, and I know I've got a pile of meat here, but meat's meat. I mean, I think you can even sell that now. But the big one is, the amount of medication. I think and what I've been doing mainly off camera is kind of building up these first aid kits. And I don't think I've even got that many bandages. Probably do a few more. Also, I've been kind of trickling up these things as well. Got some maybe, and what I've been kind of doing off camera from time to time is doing things like that, because we do seem to go through it. Because I've also noticed that we kind of subconsciously, as we pick up a lot more infections now, but then we fought a lot of creatures. Anyway, I'm getting distracted. I think what I'd like to do is head back to Masperon, because I can remember correctly, there's a crashed ship there, and I think I would like to give it a go. And another reason for returning to Masperon is the fact that I want to pick up some alien thorns as well. So I'll just turn off the inertia drive, and I'll see once we get to Masperon. So here we are, we're just coming up on Masperon. I'll just put the inertia drives on, and we're just about to break through the atmosphere. And this is the thing that gets me about Starfield, that you fly close to a planet and then you get a number of preset landing locations come up. And I suppose maybe Empyrion has spoilt me, because that kind of would break the immersion for me from a space game perspective. Because I just like this idea that you can fly into the atmosphere and come down on the planet. Also, I also get the impression, if any of you guys have played Starfield, is look at that, we just come straight down on the crashed capital vessel. That's exactly what I'm looking for. If any of you have actually played it, because of course I've only just watched Spange's live streams and a couple of other videos, I get the feeling that everywhere you go is fast travel. You can't really explore the planets on foot, and as far as I know, there's no vehicles in the game either. So it kind of, I don't know. I say maybe it is just an RPG game. Anyway, it looks like we got some hostiles here. We got a nice selection of weapons, so we should be okay. So here we are. Oh, looks like my ship's guns have already killed something. It looks like these are, what's it? Well, I can't remember what they were called now. Hishgal. So that in there. Put them there. And we'll put that into input. I need to get quite a lot of stone, because what I'm doing is punching out lots and lots of carbon substrate, which is it's one crushed stone to one part of carbon substrate. And of course, what I need that for is this here. I think it's the only way we're going to get 6,000 odd things. So we got some thrusters here, but that won't give us Sathium. What I'm half hoping is that there'll be some combat still in here, but I doubt it. There's steel blocks. Well, we need iron ingots as well. What we have to do is the way in is up here. Don't do that game. Probably another Hiscal just spawned or something. Yeah, the very fact that we're going up here. Oops. We have to go for the top. Now we're going to have to be a bit careful because if I remember correctly, there's some turrets in here. Let's do a bit of a recce. Yeah, there's one. Oh, that's a bit antisocial. I can see you. I think the bounding box is in the way. Could be you. I think there's another one. Back to the bandages. There's the turret just there. I think we'll use the... What's the turret there, isn't it? Flip. The shotty. Okay. This is a bit of a weird POI because it's everything's at an angle, so we only got a bit of meat out of that scorpion. Oh well, that's the way it goes. Use steel plates. Okay, let's just put the light on. You can actually see what we're doing. Well, this is not a hard POI. Oops. Oops. Right, we got that. Hey, look at that. Counter of a scorpion. Well, it's already taken us down. That. Heal up. Oops, 8. And back to bandages again. Oops. Some night vision goggles. Toilet. Over here. Oops. Right. Stop hitting me. Well, we got some food. Another bandage. I think we've got everything in this room. Fantaxid tank up there, which could be Useful. Right, we're in the top part of the room here. Biofuel. We need it, but take it anyway. A little bit of water. Seeing anything else here? Don't get that one. Yeah, got that one. I can hear them, but I can't see them. I think they're big brothers lurking just below. Oops, just dropped down. This feels like... On the positive side, the slope gives the bug uglies a bit of a problem as well. Some little ones. They can get up. Where are you? There he is. Stand still. Okay, we've got... Oh! That's why I normally do shift F, because these guys can be a little bit of a pain in the neck. I think we're probably going to need to unload in a little while. Got a few rounds of ammunition. Just clear this floor and then we're a bit of an unload. And let's get that there. Go over the top bit here. So there's anybody we got in here? One way to get past the thingy. It just means that we'll probably have a problem getting out now. We crouch out. Yep, good. That's something else I've actually noticed, that since they've introduced crouch, some POIs now have got that, where to get into certain areas you've got to crouch down and get through the gap. You know, it's just about unload. Just put most of this in main storage. Let's put that in. We'll perhaps put all this in here except there's stuff, raw food, got 10. Need that in there as well, because this is Z1, what we call it, plasma, and then that can go into miscellaneous trade. And I think I did those, didn't I? Yep. Okay, it says we're not allowed in there. That means we've got to blast the door. I know what I'm gonna do. I know what we're gonna do. I haven't used any of this. So what we do is just pop off the personal weapon. We haven't used any C4 in this game so far. There's something above. Obviously there must have been a fridge above me. There's the core down there. Okay, we'll take the oxygen 758. And I'm not going to bother coring this, just salvage out. Steel plates, that's no good. Now there is a loot box in one of these side bits here. Sure, there's a loot box in here. There it is. Okay, this is just going to be fairly normal stuff, so a little bit disappointing, but shove everything in there for the moment. Can go in meds back to main storage. I'm gonna hook up here. I think we're just going to scrap this out. I've got quite a lot of spare thrusters as well, so we don't really need this. Right. Oh well, that's a little bit disappointing. What I'm going to do is, whoops, somehow I've got caught on the building. I seem to be trapped in the building at the moment. We're going to get away a little bit. And is that armored block? No, it's still plates, glass plates. Okay, we're not going to get any safety out of this, but what I'm going to do is we're just going to cause a collapse. So I'm just going to hack through here. We're just going to collapse the building. Okay, we've got our first collapse. So we got a partial collapse there. Not what I was hoping for, but right, another bit got down. So we're not getting a mass collapse as such. We're just getting sections dropping off. That up. The block just dropped off. I think we're getting close. Well. Obviously it's floating in midair, so it's still supported, but oops, obviously I missed something. What was that? A couple of sniper rounds, nothing. Got some supports over here. That's just dropped away. A bit of debris flew off just there. Got some upright supports there. Some reason this is magically, here it comes. Just do that. Oh, we can do it, game. We've got to be a bit quick because it's all disappears just as quick as it goes down. Right. Just have a look at how much we've got. Okay, let's have a look. We've got 4,000 odd of those. That can go into the workshop. I don't think there's any other benefit. We don't need the ingots as well. Maybe we'll put some more in there. So just come here. It gets us to 5,000. 132. So we're within 1,000 now of that. So we still got the problem with the Saphium, but that's the way it goes. I think, right, I think we got time. So what I want to do is, so we've done that, but we've got this abandoned base down here, which I can't go. I mean, the other option is that we actually go to Skillion. But I think we'll check out the abandoned base first and see if we can get it, if there's any combat blocks in the abandoned base. Just see, just get in here. Need some food as well. I'll sort all this mess out off camera. Food and meds. Get that and a burger. Let's fill that up here. You just shoot up one of that. Then we'll get a bit of auto regeneration. And I just down here. That message that's just come up just reminded me of when I was watching Spangy's live stream. He was flying ships and he kept standing up in the middle of the fight. Luckily, the game let him walk around the ship while it was still travelling. But I think that's a good example of how you get used to certain keys doing certain things. And when you play a new game, it automatically hit the key because of finger memory. And I've noticed that as well, but I must admit I found that quite amusing, the fact that he kept standing up in the middle of thing. And like he said, he's liable to do it in the middle of a space battle or something like that. So just get to the abandoned base. See if this is going to be a better source of things. So we're back to our roots. Now, I can't remember if I actually destroyed the core in this, but it won't take long to destroy it should I need to. Bit dark. Oops, a bit too, maybe not quite that dark. Main storage. I think if this has got combat blocks in it, no, it's all going to be all not possible. I think we'll just have a quick look round and see if there's any. That's concrete. No, it's all steel blocks, isn't it? No, there's still some bug uglies in here. Probably because of the auto spawner. Okay, I don't think it's going to be worth doing this. I think what we're going to do is go to Skillion and see if we, because we got those bases on the Skillion planet, which could be, or moon, Skillion moon actually, it's not planet. veggies while on the way through as well. One thing I'm finding about this ship is I really need a bigger farm, because well, we're getting a fairly steady supply of what we call it, protein, but it's not really enough to kind of make a lot of the medication. So raw food, put that in there, drop that in there. Okay, just cancel that for the moment. So what I'm going to do now is I'm just going to get up into space and travel to Skillion, and I'll see you once we get there. So here we are, we're just coming up on Skillion, breaking through the atmosphere, and looking out. We've got a crashed DSC front there. I don't think that will have, looks like we got fire rain as well. So here we are, we've just arrived at Skillion. We got a pirate base up there, Legrand. We could take on a pirate base. We've got refuse piles. And we got fire rain, which is not particularly that useful. We've got wreckage, Neo. I'm absolutely certain there's no... What have we got here? They got that pirate base, but that pirate base has got an admin core in it. So what we're looking for is, got Lambda Laboratories up there. We're just going to fly to there. And we got an abandoned vessel yard. I think we'll start with the Lambda Laboratories, because that's got potential to have some what we call it's in some combat steel blocks. There we go. We've got an abandoned vessel yard next to it as well. So we'll just get in here. Of course, we've already taken these down. It's just that we couldn't do anything about them. In fact, it looks like I've already scrapped a big proportion of these anyway. That's okay. We're just... not much left of this actually, but that's fine. We'll just land here. Just... oh. Down the hole. See what we've got in the way of blocks here. Steel blocks, steel blocks, steel blocks. What's this? Is concrete. I'm not gonna, there's no point of looking for combat steel down here, but pick up a little bit more steel. But I'm not really interested in the steel, because we can get that anywhere. What I'm looking for is the combat steel. Combat blocks. Okay, a little bit more substrate. Okay, it looks like we're not going to get anything here. Oh well. We'll just keep looking. So that there are a couple of crashed ships on the planet as well we can check out. So we're going to go to the... so that's the bus. Try the abandoned vessel yard next, because I think that used to have combat steel blocks on it, and it's a far bigger source of material. So we'll just pull up here. Apologies that this isn't exactly all that interesting. Actually, I think I hacked a lot from the front, so what we'll do is we'll pull back and at the back here. I think the good thing with this one is this tends to have armored windows in it. Well, and armored windows can be useful. Okay. Just go in here. Right. Make sure the storage, shove that in there. What I will do is put that on there, put more in there. So we just need about another 500 carbon substrate to see if that's actually being manufactured. Yep, and now we have a little bit left over. Right. Still blocks. Oh, come on, game. I'm sure this used to be absolutely full of. Okay. Okay, we'll look for some armored windows then. Hello, what are you doing wandering through here? Steel blocks thin. Okay, let's just go. See, these are hardened blocks. I don't. Sounds like it's still got a spider in here. I don't. I mean, it'd be useful to get some titanium plates, but it's not what I'm really looking for. I'm looking for combat blocks. Okay. Sometimes you find the combat blocks along the edge here. I think it's meant to deter people. Okay, so I don't think we're going to find what I'm looking for here either. Just get rid of this stuff. I think I might have got all the windows. Let me just see. Yeah, I think I've looted out all the windows here. Oh no, there's a couple just there. We've got a couple of Sathian plates there. It's not going to make that difference, but I think we'll take anything we can find at the moment. Yeah, just a little bit of undermining. No collapse. No, it's probably because it's still connected over here. Okay. So that's not going to be a source of thing. Some put a plant protein up here. Like I said, the farm doesn't really produce the levels that I like. Just realised that I'm going to need to go back to Masperon to get some alien thorn. But again, I'll do that off camera, guys, because it's just going to be a question of going back to Masperon and then running around collecting alien thorn. And I know there's a big patch right next to the obelisk. Right, there's a crashed capital vessel there. Where maybe the crashed capital vessel will have some combat steel blocks on it. Because of course I didn't really bother too much with these last time, so we'll just go and check this out. Oh, I was hoping it would be a. Oops. Don't do that very often. Kind of run out of stamina from running. I know a couple of you. Posted comments saying I should do it more often. It's not a habit that I've really developed over the time. Let's just check out the vessel and see what type of blocks we got here. Don't think this is one of the ones that's got lots of thrusters on it. I think that's why I didn't bother with it before. Okay, steel blocks, steel blocks, steel blocks. No, okay. I think, okay, we're just going to mine out some more steel blocks. It shouldn't take long to collapse this ship. I must have taken some of the that's out of this then. No, it's all steel blocks, so just so it said it doesn't take much to make one of these collapse. That's about it. So there's, I think I'm starting to believe that my search here is going to be a bit fruitless. So I think what I'm going to do is, I'm aware time is moving on, so I'm just going to try. We're going to try and find one of those bases which were occupied. Yes, stop firing at things, please, game. There's the obelisk. What we're looking for. There's an ancient shelter that way. We've got a small promethium deposit here. So there's the rescue pod. I think it's the collection point, isn't it? Let me just see. Your current position with the pirates is neutral. I think this is what I'm looking for. This is my kind of last shot. Is this basey thing here? Just land here. Because this is no, just land here. Okay, thrust this off. I'm not holding my breath, but let's see. It's concrete. It's even worse. Okay, let's have a look. Concrete blocks, concrete blocks, concrete blocks. Thin steel. Big generators to make the trip worthwhile. That's glass. Nope, these are even worse than before. We'll take that. We can get some carbon substrate from that. Oh well, that was a bit of a bust. So I think this is where I'm going to leave it. Hope you enjoyed the video. Hope you found it interesting. What I'll do off camera is go back to Masperon and pick up some alien thorn, and then in the next part we'll be on our way to where it is Sigma, wherever there, and hopefully what we'll do in the process of traveling to Sigma 0 is we'll find it, because we won't be able to do it in one jump anyway. So maybe we can choose a system where there might be some saphium in it, so we can kind of do two things at once. Anyway, so this is where I'm going to leave it. Until next time, whatever you do, enjoy your gaming.